Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. I would like to welcome you all to the long-awaited groundbreaking ceremony of the Soualiga market. Before we get started, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable President of Parliament, Ms. Sarah Westcott Williams. I'd like to recognize the presence of the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Brahmi, the Honorable Patrice Gums. And I would like to recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister of TIAT, who has given her gallant effort to ensure that we're here to break ground today. I would also like to recognize the presence of all of the department heads of the Ministry of TIAT. Oh, excuse me, my humble apologies. I'd like to recognize the Honorable Minister of Finance, who made the funding for this project possible. So without her, we wouldn't be here. So thank you for your presence. I would finally I'd also like to recognize the presence of the Head of Infrastructure Affairs, as well as the architect that made this design possible. And lastly, and most importantly, I would like to recognize all of the vendors who have patiently over many years waited for the start of this project. I thank you all for your patience and welcome each and every one of you here today. My name is Khalil Ravan, and I'm honored to be here today as your host for this long-awaited, and I continually stress, the long-awaited groundbreaking of this vendors market. We're going to start this program off with a benediction prayer. I'd ask all of you to stand while I welcome to the stage Mr. Benjamin Bell. After the prayer, I ask all of you to remain standing as we go straight into the St. Martin song.
Oh, thy paradise, which is then to weary nights. Oh, my paradise, made should be to weary nights. We want oh, thy paradise, made should be to weary nights. Oh, my paradise, made should my love number one. Should you very weary?
In regard to, as Khalid said, the long-awaited groundbreaking of the Soualiga market, I also say welcome to the esteemed vendors here at the market, because as we look at redeveloping the market and as we create a new experience in Phillipsburg, I think the vendors also bring a sense of authenticity to the country, to our passengers, and to the tourists that visit our Frehi Island. I hope they too take this opportunity to further look and enhance on the experiences and the services and rather the products that is being offered here. You know, from a port standpoint, we frequently say that St. Martin is blessed and cursed in one way. I say blessed because we have a high volume of passengers coming to our destination, but one can also say it can be seen as a curse because our repeat rate, meaning that the amount of times that passengers come to the destination, is on average 3 times. Meaning that as a destination, we have to continue doing what we are doing now, what our Honorable Minister have planned. I'm pretty enough to have heard of some of those great plans, and boy, oh boy, I think as Port St. Martin, we can't wait to further collaborate. But again, from an experience standpoint, what is important for us is creating an immersive experience in town. And I think the groundbreaking that what the honorable ministers and the chair of parliament here will be doing today, I think would be a pivotal first step to where we take the product and the destination. I think it's the first step in us looking at how do we better and further compete with the neighbor destinations. And while we are fairly competitors, at the same time, we look at ways on how we could continue to redevelop our product. So as we host the FCCA conference next month here, which is a huge benchmark for the destination as well, I say congratulations to the Council of Ministers, in particular the Minister of Tourism, who have pushed this, I think, from day one when she got into office. On behalf of the cruise industry, I also say here that I think that they truly appreciate the proactiveness of St. Martin, but also the continuous efforts, and I want to say the endurance, and there's another word as well. We are very, very ambitious in that sense. So I say congratulations to St. Martin. I say thank you on behalf of the cruise industry and also on behalf of Royal Caribbean. Thank you.
When I was asked to direct a few words here this afternoon, I started to look back at the many articles that I have written regarding the marketplace. And it in essence came down to the many times that I would pass through this marketplace, and sometimes so ashamed to pass through it that I would walk around the marketplace for the simple reason that I thought it was a travesty. All of the years, all of the times that attempts were made to basically rebuild this marketplace. So today, I join all of those who are extremely grateful and pleased that we are going to be doing a true groundbreaking. Too many have been the plans. Too many have been the funding sources. Then it's the Royal Caribbean Group. Then they're no longer involved. Then it's on the budget of the government of St. Martin. Then it is taken off of the budget of the country St. Martin. And in the meantime, those who were really the victims of it all were those who faithfully, sunshine or rainfall, literally would be here in trying to sell the product St. Martin. It was a travesty because as I pass and I see you having to find cover during rain, as I see you trying to protect yourselves and your wear from the sun, and I said, St. Martin must be able to do better than that. Today, we are doing better than that. When I see you, especially my dear women vendors, here in this marketplace, trying to ply your ware, and I thought of my late mother, who also would hustle to sell whether it was eggs or whatsoever here in Phillipsburg. I said, St. Martin, we have come too far not to be able to have the Phillipsburg marketplace turn into the Soualiga marketplace right here on the spot in Phillipsburg. And I truly believe, knowing our party's commitment, knowing the Minister of TIAT commitment to making the Phillipsburg our capital what it used to be, I know that this is but the beginning of the beautification and revitalization of our capital, Phillipsburg. I encourage all of you to continue to work with us in making sure that St. Martin, step by step, can regain the position of prominence in the Caribbean and in the tourism industry that we have known for decades. With your help, with government's commitment, we will be able to do so. So to the government of St. Martin, the Minister of TIAT, no, I would no longer be complaining every other day when I pass here, but I will keep a sharp eye out for the continuation on the building of the Soualiga marketplace. In the meantime, we will make sure that you can continue to do your work, not too far. And I look forward to the cooperation of the port, of the harbor group of companies, in order to make sure that over there too, you can do your job and sell your products. All in all, it is a beautiful start and one of the first, but definitely not the last, of breaking ground to make St. Martin a better place for all of us. Thank you. Thanks for having me. And I look forward to the unveiling of the beautiful marketplace. Thank you. God bless you.
This groundbreaking represents not only the great collaboration between the Ministry of Teat and the Ministry of Rummy, but the fulfillment of a years-old promise to improve facilities and enhance our tourism product. As Minister of Rummy, I am aware that how the island looks is equally as important as to what the island offers. The Ministry is proud to have been part of this initiative, offering technical support to the Departments of New Works and Department of Infrastructure. The realization of this marketplace creates a dedicated area that, come rain or shine, affords a pleasant and inviting experience and also ensures a comfortable workplace for you, the vendors. As tourism frontliners, your advice was important to making this a success and sets the tone for the manner in which government will continue to engage, but more importantly, to really listen to all stakeholders going forward. Over the past 2 weeks, Rummy began with regular trench maintenance and cleaning, doing its part to protect our vital tourism product and to enhance the quality of life for residents as well. In the next phase, the Ministry will be working to improve roads and markings and review the quality of service being offered in terms of district cleaning and garbage collection. With the passing of Tropical Storm Ernesto, the damage sustained by the marketplace underscored the need for resilient building and infrastructure. Today's groundbreaking is testament to government's commitment to these elements, adding value to our product, but also the quality of the environment in which we live. The collaboration between the ministries of Teat and Rummy, but also with the wider government, the harbour, and other co-financers is testament to the reach of partnerships and the ability to achieve once there's a strong commitment and focus. So, to everyone involved, and in particular to my colleague Minister Heidegger Martin, congratulations. Let's continue to develop St. Martin sustainably and for the benefit of all. Thank you.
This project has taken so long in getting to this point that some people may have started to think that it was a political ball being kicked around for the fun of it. Well, it isn't. From the day this government took office on May 3rd, 2024, that is about 4 months ago, I made it not just a top priority, but also a key component of my overall vision for the beautification of our capital city. There's a reason why businesses no longer flourish as it used to in town. There's a reason why Great Bay becomes a ghost town after 6 p.m. every day. One of those reasons is the fact that we have lost the quaint attractiveness and the feeling of safety and security that was once a feature of our capital city. To paraphrase the late Dr. Claude Watty, tourism doesn't leave an island. Tourism is driven away from an island. And we have been driving away tourism from town by abandoning car wrecks on the road. And he's nodding. He's been hearing from me every other week on that. By allowing unattractive structures to spring up everywhere, by dumping garbage in front of our stores, and by letting Front Street and Back Street become literally unfit for the vehicles to pass through. To restore this great bay to its past glory, we have to start from somewhere, and what better place than to start with this iconic marketplace? This is why, despite all the talk about this project being good to go when we came into office, we took a critical look at what had been done and decided to go 2 steps further and improve on it. Because as the saying goes, anything worth doing is worth doing well. So with my cabinet and staff of the ministry, we set out to redesign the new marketplace and incorporate it as a central piece of our beautification plans. And as I said before, Great Bay needs a facelift, and that facelift starts with this marketplace. To carry out our mission, we engage with the services of a local architect, Mr. Daniel Richardson. Mr. Daniel Richardson?
There he is. Mr. Damian Richardson brought into our vision. He brought it into our vision. He named it the Soualiga market, and appropriately so, seeing that it is not only a stone's throw from the salt pickers roundabout, but also that the location itself was, in the past, an integral part of our salt industry. A lot of people don't know that. Historically, salt was to this island's economy what tourism is today. In the words of the architect himself, the lifted canopy roof of the Soualiga market that you can see in the pictures, which is going to be showing very soon, is like a series of colorful salt clouds hovering over the stalls with a different tones of pastel-like salt colors. The new design was done in close and constant collaboration with the business women you see right here, the vendors, who will be using the structure to sell their wares. It combines history and culture and aesthetics and practicality. According to the architect, his inspiration came from the idea of an open, covered space that makes room for the vendors to take care of the opening and closing of their stalls each day in safety and comfort, while not having to go through the laborious task of setting up and taking down their displays on a daily basis like they do every day, tirelessly. Finally, here we are today, ready to break ground to signal the start of construction. Our expectation is that it will be completed within the schedule, within the official start of the tourism days, which is around, we're hoping around January, early January, for the advancement of the project to the point where I could step in. I went a little further. Our expectation is that it will be completed on schedule and in time for the official start of the tourist season. And I would like to also take this opportunity to thank my predecessor for advancing this project to a point where I can step in and add the final details and carry it forward. And I want to in particularly thank the Council of Ministers for buying into my vision, my colleague, the Minister of Finance, Ms. Wareta Gums, and the Minister of Robbing, Mr. Patrice Gums. Yes, Team Minister Gums. Have been especially cooperative with this site. Similarly, I wish to also thank the architect, Mr. Damian Richardson, for his professionalism and beautification and beautiful rendition of our vision. I'm extremely grateful to the businesswomen, the vendors, for their patience and belief in us and throughout the process. Thanks to all the stakeholders, the Harbor Group of Companies, and its CEO, Mr. Alexander Gums, our co-financers, and the contractors, James and James. We couldn't have reached this point without you. Finally, I want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to my entire cabinet, especially Mr. Khalil Rivan, and the dedicated staff of the Ministry of TIAT. Your consistent efforts and dedication continue to make a difference whenever duty calls. Thank you, St. Martin, for your unwavering perseverance, and I look forward to welcoming you back in a few months to this official opening of the Soualiga market. May God bless you all, and may He continue to bless and cherish the island. Now, I would like to invite everyone, and I don't think everyone has their glasses as yet. I'd like to propose a toast, but I'll wait a while until everyone has their glasses. Everyone, hands up. Let me see how many people have their glasses. For now, I think I could start a toast with majority, right? I would like to invite everyone to raise their glasses to a toast to this remarkable occasion and the glorious groundbreaking of Soualiga Market. Here's to progress, here's to unity, and here's to a bright future for St. Martin. Cheers. Cheers, everyone.